Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Storage Wars. This one's going to cover all the Storage Wars shows that are currently on Disney Plus. There's 4 of them. I'll show you. There's the original Storage Wars, but there's only one season, season 14. So when I watched this, I just watched one episode, the first episode of season 14, and it came in with the kind of an attitude that you already knew who these people were. There's 2 guys riding in a carriage, drawn by a horse-drawn carriage kind of thing, and it's the kind of thing where, like, if you're a long-time viewer of the show, you're like, oh, those guys so crazy. I'm like, what the heck's going on? I've never watched the show before. So, yeah, I had no idea what was going on. Barry is apparently one of the biggest, most famous characters in this. Another guy named Ivy. There's just a bunch of different people, and it's not just you get the feeling there's a cast of characters in here, just regular people. It's a reality show, and each of the episodes of Storage Wars itself is about 21 minutes long or so, as well as Storage Wars New York, Storage Wars Miami, and Barry's Best Picks, Barry's Best Buys Storage Wars. Those are about 43, 44 minutes long each. Yeah, so, yeah. This one started in 2010, apparently. And, yeah. 21, 22 minutes long each. This one is a 2022 season, so it's fairly modern. It's, must be post-pandemic, I guess. The episode that I saw, these people must be mainly in Southern California, where people go broke, sometimes pretty fast. Some people go homeless, and some people leave stuff in storage and never come back for it. And that's the whole premise of these episodes. You follow these characters around, and they go from storage unit to storage unit all over Southern California, probably beyond. And there's an auctioneer. They get permission, obviously, from the people who run it. Realize, hey, you know what? Nobody's coming back for this stuff. It's time to gut it. Somebody's gonna make a profit. So the auction company makes a profit. The storage place gets their money that they need for it, holding on to it for so long, or at least a percentage of it anyway. And the money comes from, of course, the people who are bidding against it. They're just normal people. I could probably go out this weekend and probably do the same thing right alongside these guys, maybe. I don't know. I'd probably have to sign a waiver to be on camera in the background, because they're not going to focus on me. They're going to focus on these other guys. So they show up at a thing. They're allowed to look around. They're not allowed to open anything up or touch anything. They can just look and go, okay, there's a box here, there's a box there. That might look interesting. It all depends on how the person who left it behind arranged things. And there could be hidden treasures inside some of these boxes. Sometimes it could be just complete duds. And they speculate on how to bid based on what they can see. And sometimes they really overdo it. They overpay and end up getting just crap. And other times what looks like nothing ends up being a treasure trove. So yeah, it's kind of it's a very popular. I should say that I should admit that even though I haven't watched it, it has a huge following. I don't know if it's as big as it used to be, but it has a pretty good following amongst people who are collectors and sort of live off of other people's junk. Not that I am. I am a bit of a scavenger myself. So that's the only thing that really appeals to me in this. I don't necessarily have the kind of money that these guys throw around, because like Barry goes in and his attitude is they have customers. They have people they buy for, and then they resell their stuff to them, probably at a local market, something like that. I don't know exactly where they take their stuff or who their customers are, but there's probably some people who are looking for, old coins or some sporting gear or whatever, just different types of products, collectible comics in some cases, are things that you can find. I had a friend who had a ton of stuff in his storage area, and I got to go through it and just sort of catalog and rearrange everything one time. It's the kind of thing I kind of really enjoy. And just so I could determine the value of these things. I was able to box up the valuable stuff in a special box while putting other stuff in order, collecting things, and that's the kind of, I have no doubt that these guys have showed up at that storage facility right here in Southern California and have dug through there. He sold off his stuff, so he didn't sort of just disappear. He did it before he moved, but yeah, he paid his bills. And he probably paid his, for what he got for his comics, he could probably paid many years' rent. So if he had left it behind, whoever cracked open that, if he had left it all behind, whoever would crack open that thing would have walked away with a mint. So, their loss. But anyway, I think this is the kind of thing that's like probably a good thing to watch on a rainy Saturday afternoon and just get a kick out of what people see. It's people watching and see in order to keep it from just being the same redundant thing over and over again, people like Barry and Ivy and other guys like that get really outrageous. Some people talk about their personal lives. There's one woman, I can't remember who she is from the thing here in the credit, because the credits thing covers all 14, 15 seasons or something, and this is just one season. So this thing gives me names of people that I don't know are on the show anymore. That's the thing. I'm not really sure. But regardless, it looks like it's a fun little show. For it to have lasted this long, almost about 13 years. Yeah, I guess that's the case. Oh man, there's even more. There's Northern Treasures, there's Canada, there's Texas, there's Barry Strikes Back. Yeah, those are not on Disney Plus, and if they ever end up on Disney Plus, well, we're gonna have to treat it as if I've already seen them, because I'm betting that just the location changes. I don't know if the concept really does. So, yeah. Let's pick tomorrow's episode.
64.
Back into the low numbers. Man, we are cleaning out the low numbers. Come on, load up. I didn't do anything to make you close. Okay. So yeah, it's kind of neat for me also that it takes place in Southern California, so I recognize some of the locations. Oh, and at the end of each episode, if they do find something that seems to be of value, there's a sequence where they go and they get them appraised. So they go and they talk to a guy found not ancient, but old World War II era foreign money, and he wanted to see how much it was worth. Yeah, and the guy gave him an assessment. Another guy found mirrors for an old car. Are they worth anything? Well, you'd have to see the episode to find out how much they got for them, or how much. I'm only doing this just because. Okay, I found out which episode we're watching. I'm not breaking this run mainly because I want to see how long it goes. It's another documentary type thing, but it's not a documentary. Again, every single one of these documentaries has been very different from the others. Like we had with kids falling down a cave, and then we had sharks, and we had what was yesterday? I've already forgotten. There's just all sorts of things. This one is technically a reality show trivia game. We've had the other version. This is a slightly different version. It is Brain Games on the Road. Saw the original with, I think, Keegan-Michael Key and Neil Patrick Harris. I think they hosted that one. I don't know who hosts this one. So, tomorrow, Brain Games on the Road on the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.